the exhilaration of a night out.
Looks like Grand Tier left is what I see.
Hi, may I help someone?
You know where you're going?
I have no idea.
The anticipation.
You guys need help with your tickets? There you go. Sure.
The allure.
Would you like anything to drink? Okay, you're all set. Enjoy the show.
The cacophony. For each of us, the texture of our own personal experience is something we take for granted. And for some, an evening at the theater plays a little different.
Yeah, one thing that really important is to know your audience.
In front of a full house at the Kravis Center, Amy Lee Hare is on stage.
One of the most challenging things is the show is behind you. It's back there.
Not in the show, but she knows all of the parts almost as well as these performers. She's sharing every line, every song, every sound with audience members who are deaf and hard of hearing.
We have to sign the sounds in the show too. If there's thunder and lightning or a cop or whatever, and the horses are going.
As an interpreter, Amy studies the lines and the songs with scripts and music. She sees the show opening night to remember the details of which direction people stand, point, move, so it all makes sense.
I studied longer for Hamilton than any other show because of the rap, and boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom.
It's about access, and without it, as you can imagine, the show loses so much texture. Ray Vega is a theater buff.
Trying to figure out who's who and what's what, or who said what and who said that, and it's trying. It's really, you know, so you kind of like imagine what's really happening but not knowing.
Every season, he goes to at least 4 performances.
I can experience it. I can experience the Broadway shows, their costumes, their music, the dancing, everything, the setting, the way it is, and I have that chance because of that.
He'd probably be happier there anyway. Dessert loves The Bachelorette.
It takes tremendous preparation, but it brings to life the complete story.
Me? Okay. I'm a Gemini with a double Capricorn moon.
They take on the character and the voice of the entertainers, and they match their mode and you know, whether it's happy or sad, but without a sign language interpreter, it's like it just doesn't feel the same because it's hard to follow what's happening on stage.
Incredibly, Amy has made theater her specialty. She's been interpreting at the Kravis and several other Florida theaters for 30 years with Hands on Broadway. Both have noticed how even hearing people can't resist the allure.
I have noticed that hearing people that sit up in the front, they tend to watch the interpreter as opposed to watching the people on stage because they're very involved, the interpreters. So they kind of get a little distracted.
Whenever somebody says a dirty word, I can see the eyeglasses turn to see how's she going to sign that. They cuss. And they always look to see how you're going to sign that.
And Ray, who also teaches sign language and interprets, asks everyone to consider access for all.
It gives me a chance to be like anybody else.
I love my job.
And the importance of sharing a big night out in complete form.
Each person has their own character. And each character has their own storyline, and that can apply to ASL as well, because you're singing and dancing, but in ASL you become the character.
right, let's do it. I don't wanna lose my head this time.
If you could measure excitement, look no further than East Harbor.
She'll break my.
This trio always knew hard work, long hours, travel, and little sleep would eventually pay off.
It's been pretty surreal, just the progress and everything we've made in the past 9 years, and life is good.
Since they were teenagers, music has been a part of their life. And since forming a band nearly a decade ago, their audience has grown.
Playing our shows here have been epic.
Yeah,
So,
honestly, some of the best crowds we've played to have been in this area.
In Palm Beach,
yeah, by far.
Now, they're about to walk onto the biggest stage of their career.
Let's talk about Sunfest. Big venue here coming, big stage coming.
Woo, Sunfest.
I'm really happy that it's going to be just us showing our original music.
Feels really real. Like, okay, this is happening. Nine years later, it's pretty amazing.
Amazing can't describe how this local group, who plays from Jupiter to Delray, feels about opening for the Chainsmokers.
I thought it was fake at first. I thought it was a scam call.
I did
like,
too.
Hey, do you guys want to play
I was
Sunfest?
I didn't sleep that night.
Yeah, we called each other and spoke on the phone all day long. Like, oh my God.
And what an opportunity to take a set of songs and a massive audience and belt out a bigger following. A plan that's been a part of this group since the beginning.
It built organically. Like we started getting fans and locally, and that just started coming out to see us, and the crowd would just get bigger every time.
And now the largest is about to descend on them at Sunfest. That's music to the ears of this group, knowing what could come when they finish their last song at Sunfest.
Wake up next to you, next to you. The song's called Next to You. It's coming out soon. All right, nice.
Santo, 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 santo el Cordero.
Oh yes, this is how we fix the world problems here in Miami. Domino's is as Cuban as the flag.
A day in the park.
I've been playing dominoes since I was born.
Domino Park. Always means politics.
You mean how many times a day? Especially here? It's a constant conversation here.
Locals say politics will be on topic at these tables.
The Latin culture is here.
Long before.
You were either with or against. So Cuban has always been about politics.
And long after.
Politicians always catering to the Cuban vote.
Politicians take the stage nearby for the Republican presidential debate.
We all flee from whatever country to come here because of politics, or bad politics in our case.
When I come in here, I don't have nothing in Cuba. No, I wanted a freedom. This is where the Cuban come.
In Little Havana,
Republicans always cater, to the Spanish or the Cuban vote. Let me say that. Let me rephrase that.
No shortage of sights, sounds, tastes, and smells.
I'm already used to cameras, man.
And big personalities.
Big Papa. They really call me Big Papa. Here in La Habana, if you get lost, you ask for Big Papa La Habana. You'll find me. Vaya, okay, tacaron, pero ¿qué pasó?
With big opinions when it comes to politics, why is the Hispanic vote, the Cuban vote, such an important voting bloc for the GOP, for the Republican Party, in your opinion?
Well, you know what? We need a big change, and we need it now. Not for tomorrow. We need it now.
The importance of the Cuban vote in Miami.
They always come, they always stop at Versailles, you know.
Is crystal clear.
Here in Florida, Hispanic vote is very, very key.
FAU political science professor Kevin Wagner.
Republicans have had a lot of success in Miami-Dade, especially in recent election cycles. They've done very well with the Cuban-American vote historically, but specifically in the last election cycle, for example, Ron DeSantis did very, very well down in Miami-Dade.
Are there Hispanic voters for Republicans to still win over in Miami-Dade?
One of the things that we say in political behavior is it's not necessarily the number of people you convince, it's the number of people that you convince to actually go vote.
It's about journey.
The Cuban vote.
I am Rolando Chang Barrero, the president of the Democratic Hispanic Caucus of Florida.
Is just one of many key Hispanic voting blocs in Florida.
I think in politics, everybody wanted to keep it simple for a long time. They just used the word Hispanic voting bloc. I think that was smashed a while ago. I haven't heard that term for a while because of the diversity.
Back in Little Havana, for now, life goes on.
All you need is a domino table, a shot of espresso, and a mojito, and everything is great. Life is great.
With perhaps a bit more politics in the future days and months to come.
We live politics here, day in, day out.
In Miami, I'm Tori Dunnan reporting.
It could be anything. Should I license my work? Should I watermark my work before I put it online?
It's called the Peach.
We're here to help solve each other's problems.
There's no fuzzy skin, but there is some meat.
We can start at how many hours did it take? And what are you worth?
It's a place for art to be created and sold.
So that's good.
While resources and ideas are shared.
What's the drop shadow, charcoal?
Yeah, I crush it up and then I put it on the brush.
Scope, not rate.
Once a week, manager Craig McInnes draws a group of creatives in the community for what he calls brass tacks.
How hard is it to be a working artist? Very hard.
The free sessions include constructive critiques of work in progress.
It's either feast or famine, right?
To challenges of selling, marketing, or even pricing the art.
That would be a great way to advertise that too.
Yeah.
How am I going to license my visuals? How can I protect them to something as creative and esoteric as getting over creative block?
The type of art they each create is as varied as colors you'd mix on a palette.
Oh, how nice.
But ask artists like Quinn Miller.
Art is ever-changing. It's very quick-paced.
Or Aaron Donahue.
It's a process of learning more about myself, mostly.
They appreciate the professional blend.
I got the design that, and then it was playing around with adding more, and then the paint was really thin, so I had to go over it a bunch of times.
The group has steadily grown each week.
It was a very non-discriminatory environment where people chimed in.
Everyone's going through the same thought processes and issues and triumphs and everything in between as you are.
In an artist's world where so much thought and work happens alone.
And as a group, we kind of round table it out until we can find some solutions for you.
They've all found the gift of collaboration.
Artists supporting artists.
Can unlock new avenues.
I love it, yeah.
Ashley Walters, WPTV.
Wow, this is awesome.